It's amazingly exciting to be here at the 361 MTB Challenge. I mean, Henko Rodemeyer, you're well known for putting on world-class events, but putting on this event, still under the cloud of COVID, you've pulled the rabbit out of the bag. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, Paul, I tell you what, it's at some stages during the year, we had to move and postpone up to 5-6 events, and we just knew we had to do one this year, just to make sure we can still do it. So we decided we're going to put our foot down and do this and make this happen. And you know, through Cycling South Africa, would have done a splendid job in actually having protocols in place, and they were very proactive right in the beginning of getting events up to speed to the protocol. So we obviously had a nice playbook to work with, but yes, COVID is not kind to anybody, but we've got proper protocols. You know, you got to go to a check-in station when you come, you a little bit in our bubble for the time you're here, and at the check-ins and at the water points, we're obviously going to adhere to all the protocols. Wear your mask when you're not eating or drinking. But yes, now we're all going to live with it, and we're making it work.
Just talking about protocols, what do the riders have to adhere to tomorrow? I mean, when they start and throughout the whole process of doing 361 or the 180, whatever they're doing?
Yeah, look, it's something that we've been talking about quite a bit. So when they arrive at Kleinplaas, they go to a screening station. They actually get this green armband.
Yes, legal.
Yeah, oh, you're legal. They get it there, so they go through a self-diagnosis and a temperature screening. Then they get this, and every day we do the same when you arrive at the venue. You get a different sticker on it. So without that, no rider or backup crew can actually enter the checkpoints. So we're just trying to obviously, and within that, you still got to wear your mask when you're among people. Obviously not when you're eating or drinking. And then obviously social distancing and sanitizing. We've got hand sanitizers all over the place. So we all know, I mean, we've all been to supermarkets and to shopping centers in this time. We all know what to do. Just do it when you're here.
So just use your common sense out there. And when you're riding, you don't have to wear the mask, obviously.
And in the shoot, you can still wear it, or you still have to wear it. But obviously when you're riding, not.
And I'm sure everybody's read the race rules, etc. But just in the challenge, 361 challenge, you've got the challenge, you've got the team, you've got the relay. Just tell us what they're going to have to go through and how they're going to have to distribute their baggages and their boxes and things like that.
Okay, so what we've done is we've got 3 checkpoints among the 11 water points. So 3 of the water points double as checkpoints. So from tomorrow you check in your box to either checkpoint 1 and 3 and 2. So the box that goes to 1 also goes to 3, but the one that goes to 2 only goes to 2. Remember that? It's not accessible outside of the actual checkpoint, and only back in the afternoon of Saturday it's accessible at the Kleinplaas again. So yeah, you pack your bag, you put your sticker on, and when you get there it'll be there, your box, and just open it and there it is. And you can, obviously the clothing you want to get rid of, put in, close it up again, and it gets sent back. So very easy, very nice system. This is one of the only races of this distance we could literally ride with 2 water bottles.
And just before we get to the 180, strict cut-off points as well. I mean, if you're going too slowly, that's the end of your race.
Yeah. Look, it's been a contentious issue over a couple of years back, but we do restrict it with the sole reason of keeping riders safe. At some stage, after 300 kilometers, if you're not able to reach it within, say, with this average speed of 9-10 kilometers an hour, then definitely you need to be loaded up. You're not safe to ride out there, and it's not safe, you know, you're not safe to yourself. So we do enforce that strictly. Our medical team will do that, and we'll bring you home safely at the end.
Starting time tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's changed from 6, come 3 hours earlier. But tomorrow is going to be fairly hot, and I think a warning to all riders out there.
Tomorrow, they're predicting it's now about 38 out here. 42 degrees, probably one of the hottest places in the country. But you know, we've got 11 water points, and water restrictions are not, are not in Oudtshoorn anymore. So we've got enough water, and a lot of water points, a lot of ice. So they must just start slowly and build up, because it's if you see at the pace some guys start, I don't see them making it. So they've got to really ride within themselves tomorrow.
Henko, just one more word of advice for any of the riders out there. I think you just mentioned don't start too quickly. Anything else you could mention to them?
Look, yeah, something I want to mention which is quite important. We've just recently launched a Dryland Rewards program, which is available on mobile application. Tomorrow's race, we just had a look, counts what 20 points towards the tier level where you'll end up. So what I would suggest is download the app. We're going to do a lot of promotions through it, especially with this event. So even entries for next year will come at quite a nice discounted rate through the application. It won't be available on any other platform than that. And have a look at the rewards app. You know, in the end, you can end up riding the events for free. It can go as far as that. So have a look. I'm very excited.
I think that's an amazing incentive, and well done, Dryland, heading out the pack again. So Henko, once again, well done. Just putting on this event is a miracle. And coming out to that Dryland Rewards, I think a lot of people are going to be sitting up and watching it. So thank you for your innovations and your love for the sport.
Thanks,
Everybody
Paul.
appreciates it.
Appreciate it.
Henty Sevilliers, a man who's world famous for his amazing routes for the Dryland group. Once again, you put together an amazing route this year just to kick us out of COVID. Just tell us briefly what it's all about this year and what the changes are.
Yeah, the changes is actually only for the guys that are doing the full 360 challenge. So we'll start on I'll say the road towards Schoolmanshoek on the star section, and then we're heading up to Vergelegen. And this climb is much easier than in the past. And then work all around Dijselsdorp towards Heinersrivier, and from there onwards all the way with the climb towards Louvain. So Louvain is our new venue. We'll have a nice big checkpoint, and from there onwards we're working back towards the Heinersrivier crossing, and from Heinersrivier's water point we're actually on the same route than in the past, working all the way up to Volmut. Volmut is another big checkpoint, and then from there onwards the half guys will be on the same route than in the past. And yeah, the road surfaces are actually very good. The gravel roads looking fairly good around here. Only the normal factor is the Rooiberg. Up is good. Down the Rooiberg, the surface is a little bit rutted, so always be careful down there on the descent. But actually the rest of the route looking very good.
So anybody who's done Cape Pioneer will know a bit of the route, the changes in the route, but more important I think for all the riders, is there more or less climbing this year?
No, certainly less climb. So I believe we will see a new record, but it's a new track. So if the weather playing with, the guys are going to have a really good ride. And yeah, we're starting a little bit earlier, so it'll be a little bit hot that first 2-3 hours of Friday afternoon. But yeah, the guys are tough. They'll manage it.
They better remember those words, they're tough. Just a word of advice about hydration tomorrow. I mean, starting off from 42, I think if I look to the temperature tomorrow night, it's going to be like 26, 27, 28 degrees. Nice to ride in, but you've got to keep hydrated or else you're going to break down.
Yeah, definitely. So just fill up your water bottles at each water point. Look after yourself. Drink every 20 minutes plus. And yeah, the main thing is you must look after yourself, see what's your ability. If you know you can skip a water point, do it, but if you don't, really fill up your water points. We have a really fully stocked water points, and the guys are waiting for you, and don't just jump the water point and pay the penalties later on.
Thanks, Henties. And to all of our riders out there, you've heard it from Henties. New route, less climbing, perfect roads tomorrow. The heat, watch out for it. Drink enough, eat enough. Enjoy yourselves out there tomorrow, and we look forward to seeing you at Klein Plaasie. Who knows, in under 13 hours for our leaders.